We are live.
Good evening, everybody. What's up? How we doing?
Excellent. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Horror Metal Cast. We are on episode 11, and tonight Joe and I are very pleased to welcome a surprise guest. Let's everybody here welcome Bobby Leatherlungs Lucas from the band Attacker. Say hi to everybody, Bobby.
What's up?
Good times, very good times. So we've got an exciting show planned. It may not go as planned because first of all, Joe and I are extremely, squirrel, as we like to say.
Oh, look, a squirrel!
But we're excited. So if you're joining us live, thank you very much. We've got somebody named DJ Jet in the chat already.
Jet.
So we're stoked. And so let's get the show going. Bobby, why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself? Some people may know you, some people may not. So go ahead, take the spotlight.
I am mildly retarded. I'm a musician, an artist. I do a little radio show with my partner Roach. Basically, that's it.
Cool, very good. Well, okay, so
into horror movies.
Awesome.
Metal,
awesome. I think like you're like the perfect guest for this because you're like 50% horror, you're 50% metal, or maybe 80-20, I don't know. So why don't you tell us first and foremost about Attacker?
Okay, Attacker is a band that's been around since actually 1984. I think the first time I listened to them was around, I'm going to say 1985. I'm going to say that because first time I heard them was on Metal Massacre. I think Metal Massacre 4 album.
Okay.
And I think it was Call on the Attacker was the song on that album. And what happened was my buddy Jerry, his older brother, always used to buy a lot of underground metal and turned us on to that album. And it's one of my favorite songs on that album. So when they put out their full length, I think the following year I bought it. Then the second album, The Second Coming, which happens to be my favorite album by those guys. After that, I didn't even know they got back together, because years later they did reunite.
Right.
I found out through a friend I was jamming with at the time that they were looking for a singer. The guy that they had at the time wasn't quite able to pull it off from what gist of it that I got was, and they were ready to fold. And I told him, I said, what? I said, let me try out for those fucking guys. And I did. And went down to Jersey City. I tried out. And that afternoon I got the gig. So I've been with them since the end of 2012.
Hell yeah. Wow. So you were just like a slam dunk deal then.
I was a fan before I became a singer in the band. So.
That's so cool. I mean, isn't that like kind of like can you imagine like everybody's like total fucking dream, like to become a part of something that you're so stoked about? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. That's awesome. It is very cool.
It was a little bit surreal because I used to listen to them and then I'm singing the songs, So,
yeah, that is seriously fucking cool. That's like you're like living a dream come true right there. That's awesome.
It was fun. It's fun.
Very cool. So
very good guys, nice guys.
I need to ask you why, just because this is the first time I'm speaking to you. Obviously, before the show started, we talked a little bit, but tell me, and for anybody else that doesn't know, why is your nickname Leatherlungs and who gave it to you?
You know what? It's so silly because I never even, I think it's retarded, but somebody in Germany was like somebody gave us an review when I was in Seven Witches. That was the first band I ever got a deal with. And the first album I recorded professionally was 1998. And we put out the album Second War in Heaven, and it got really good reviews. And somebody had just said that in the review. they call me leatherlungs, and Jack Frost took it and ran with it, and before you knew it, everybody started calling me that. So fuck it, I kept it.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting enough. I mean, I didn't know if there was like a funny story behind it.
Well, a lot of people think it's because I smoke too much pot or something. I don't even smoke pot no more.
You don't need to smoke pot, dude. Come on.
No, not no more. I don't. I used to smoke a lot of weed, but not no more.
And you know what? I am an advocate for cannabis. So
marijuana.
I don't. Paranoid. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So even if you
be paranoid now, I can't do it.
Paranoid, you're stuck in the wrong stuff, my friend.
Yeah.
You gotta find the
last time I tried it was years ago, and I'm gonna tell you what. I don't know if it got too strong or my metabolism changed, but I was like, oh my God, everybody knows I'm high. Oh my God, they're talking about me. Oh my God. I'm like peeking out like window blinds.
Oh, Jesus. Like you make it sound like you did acid.
No, like I did.
Tunnel vision.
No, it was like you do coke when I used to do coke when I was young. I mean, it was because at like,
Anybody else
3 o'clock.
Cop car? Anyone else hear that cop car?
3 o'clock in the morning after you did your last line, you're like, looking out the window,
who's here?
Hearing shit.
The air conditioning unit because I can't breathe, man. I can't breathe. You get your face like in the air conditioner. You're
just can't do it no more.
So
now I just do this right here.
Let's do it. Hey, you've got
Darkwing Duck vodka.
No, this is Jerry's.
Where's the Darkwing Duck vodka?
You're bringing it fucking tomorrow.
Bobby and I have
if I drink this, you're bringing it tomorrow, motherfucker.
So we've got somebody else in the chat that says hi, Bobby. Robin
and Robin rocks.
Hi, Robin. Welcome to our show, ladies. Nice to see you.
Very cool. So it sounds to me like you did a lot of partying back in the day, which nothing wrong with that. But tell me, so that's kind of going to lead into my next question for you, Bobby. What was your favorite, or what is your favorite tour story from being on the road? It's got to be good. You better make it a good one. I'm hard to impress. Let's see.
It just so happens that Mr. Darkwing Duck over there was with me. Let me do. I need a shot before this.
Do it. Salud.
30 tour stories.
This was
and this one is dirty.
Oh God.
Go ahead, Bobby. You take.
Should I throw Mike under the bus?
Yeah, you just did. You might as well back up over him now.
Anyway, Attacker and Blood Feast went on the road together.
Yep.
And we stayed in a cottage in Germany out in it was really nice, like farmland.
Yeah. There was kittens. Right? Remember the kittens? They're beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I love kittens.
And the weird guy that brought us bread and made me jam in a shed. It was, that was just
weird
awesome.
Guy.
Wait, what? Who was this?
Giovanni, he was cool.
I need to hear about this weird guy first.
Yeah, okay. Joe, tell her about the weird guy. Go ahead, Joe.
Giovanni was an Italian guy that lived this farmhouse was like a complex. It was like there was a big guest house, and then there was this huge long wing where I don't know, like 40 people lived, and there were kittens, a lot of German people, and Giovanni.
Yeah, we were in Germany, Joe. We were in Germany. There should be a lot of German people.
Well, there's synonymous over there too. I couldn't figure that out. I'm like, why are all these Germans over here? And everybody's speaking German.
Hey, Giovanni was there.
Right, and that really fucking blew my mind because that threw me all out of whack. I'm like, all right, this guy Giovanni would come in the morning and give us our schnicken, which was breakfast, or it was
Schinken.
Salami. Yeah, schnicken. Yeah, schnicken. So, all right.
I don't know.
All right. So one morning, Giovanni comes over to the house. We're there for a few days. He comes over, and he goes, "I make a coffee. You come." Okay.
What did he say?
I make a coffee. You come.
Wait, let me make sure something.
I'm like,
this guy was an Italian guy.
Yeah. complete.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know.
Well, we need to clarify that because we were in Germany.
Well, Giovanni, I mean, come on, Giovanni.
What the fuck was an Italian guy doing there?
I'm not sure. I'm not telling him to come. He just come over
Hey,
there.
you're making fun of my people, prick.
So, hey, that's my fault, too. All right, so, and hers. And, you know, everybody. Look at my hands going. Look at this shit. All right, so, Giovanni gives me a cup of coffee, says, come with me. I'm like, all right. So I get up and walk out of the house, and I'm crossing this field. You know, it's like a cornfield in the middle of Germany at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And there's this there's like this shed sitting there in the middle of nowhere. And
wait, this is a fucking horror podcast.
Yeah,
why did you go to this shed with this?
He took Joe in there and
he
took Joe in there and showed him his Italian sausage.
I got the sausage. We play hide the salami. That's nice. No, so
we're gonna smoke the salami.
It's hide the salami. We put some of the salami. She got away, huh? So I'm looking at this guy like, I don't want to go in there, dude. You know, I don't know what the fuck you got planned. You know, I mean, this is a little odd, but all right. So he opens the door. Come. I'm like, I'm waiting for the, you know, and the door flies open and there's a fucking drum kit.
Oh, and what a relief.
And he was there. That's what I said. I'm waiting for like trapeze and lycra and shit, you know.
You show Giovanni how to play the drums.
I make a sticker. I make a bigger drum sticker for Giovanni. She's a nice music. So what ends up happening is we jam. We jammed in the middle of
this dude in a random shed.
Middle of a fucking cornfield in Germany at like 7 o'clock in the morning while I'm eating schnicken for breakfast. It was the craziest. That's not the fucking tour story though, Bob.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm sorry. I made you tell me that.
All right,
so
now
we're probably going to go off track a lot tonight. So.
We are, because
okay, you tell the story, Bob. Go ahead.
Also, Flavio has joined us live and says, hi, guys.
Fabio!
Fabio! What's up?
All right. So, Bobby, let's reel it back in. Let's get back to
First, I need to know, is it the Fabio?
No. Flavio.
Oh, Flavio.
Not Fabio.
Fabio.
Well,
I was about to say, maybe Fabio got excited about the Giovanni story.
Damn my ears.
Bobby's drinking. We're in trouble.
All right, Bobby. Best attacker tour story.
All I
Best
know
tour
is that,
story. Let's go.
Well, let's put it this way. If you've been over there to Europe, the toilets are a lot different.
That's what I hear.
Right?
That's what I hear.
They have, you know,
Right.
the special ones for the ladies, the bidet.
Right.
But these are just regular toilets.
Right.
And, you know, here, when you shit, the turd goes into the water. Yeah.
Right.
So it's you know, that's the way it should be everywhere, I think.
American convenience and people take for granted.
Yeah, over there it's like when you shit, the shit lays on the fucking ledge of the porcelain. It don't always go down into the hole with the water. When you brush it, the water's supposed to wash the turd down into the water, right? So anyway,
right.
a certain gentleman who will remain nameless.
Bullshit, Mike.
Fuck it. Give his name. Yep. I would say call him out.
I'm throwing you under the bus, Mike, on this one. It's
air the dirty laundry.
Bobby's trying to keep this clean, and I understand, but not me. I got nothing to lose. I'm throwing it out there.
No, this is Joe and I's show. We're fucking air everybody's laundry.
Mike likes to shit. Mike shits a lot. Mike is a very regular guy. Extremely regular. Let's put it that way. You can set your you go to the diner with the guy, and when you go back to the rehearsal room, 5 minutes after you get there, he's dumping.
He's clockwork, aren't they?
He is. He's like clockwork. I wish I was like that.
Me too, man.
Me too. Yeah. Maybe TMI.
The older we get, the less regular we get, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
This helps a lot too. This is good for you, right?
I'm assuming. Now I didn't see it, thank God.
All right.
But it didn't go down, so it was the shit was sitting on the ledge.
All all right, back up first, okay?
Well, go ahead.
Right, there was one bathroom. Let's get this out there.
Yeah, one bathroom between 10 guys,
right.
literally.
Holy shit!
We're eating meat for breakfast every day. All right, I mean, we are chowing down on like sausage and
cold cuts, and cheese.
This sounds like my worst nightmare.
This was awesome. It was like the best.
It's not bad. It's pretty good. You get used to it.
Right.
Oh.
All right. So go ahead, Bobby. You finish. You tell.
So I guess what wound up happening was the toilet didn't wash the turd down. So Joe was next at bat.
Next.
Right?
I was next.
Right. And we're outside the window of the cottage. I guess the bathroom was like right behind us. And we all of a sudden we hear, "Leave it on the ledge!" Joe's singing. He's singing,
like
"Leave it on the ledge!" All right. Joe, come on. Do it, Joe. Come on.
Leave it on the ledge. You can't stop that turd from falling.
Oh, God.
All right, so here it is. All right, after like 5 guys use a bathroom in the morning, I mean, it's like you're walking into a fucking stable. Okay, it's bad. It's bad.
Yes, I
mean, not to gross you out, not to
story, but I shared a bathroom in New Orleans with 5 people, and
all right, that went into
I can understand. I can understand the way.
Imagine one between 10 men.
Right.
No, thank you.
Water
no, thank you.
Listen, I'll let me tell you something firsthand experience. Water makes a world of difference.
Oh, it stinks. Oh, yeah, man.
So
you're just sitting in hot stink.
I go in there and do my thing. I take 4 steps toward the commode, and I'm just like, I'm looking at it like this. I go, and I'm looking for air. I'm going, oh my God, what is it? And Mike's up, but you can hear him laughing clear as day, because he knows it's in there, and I gotta flush this thing, and I hit the button and blew that bitch out into space like an alien, right? Boom! I hit it, and the smell that came out of this thing was like just it was like a mushroom cloud of crap, man.
No, it's bad. This is all bad. This is
I'm dry heaving. My eyes are watering, and I'm dry heaving, and there's no screens in the window. So I blow the glass open, and who's standing underneath the window is Bobby and Mike from Attacker, the other Mike, Benetanos, and Bobby under the window. They look up at me, and I'm looking down. Don't come in here! It's bad in here. It's bad, very bad in here. I choked for like 3 days, and even on the ledge was born.
Wow!
That parody, that was
the running joke for the whole time.
Oh my God!
Mike won. Mike won the prize, and Mike took the cake on that one. He won. He hands down. Probably
Mike sounds like
Mike is the best guy.
He's a great guy.
He is. He
sounds like he is probably not full of shit.
No, he never is.
I made a funny.
He's left it on the ledge.
Joe, you're the drummer. You should have did.
All right. So are people in the chat are saying that the video is buffering? So
you thought you were going to get some kind of wild party sex story. She gets
right. I thought it was going to be something like, "Whoa, this is great." Blah, blah. That's why I said don't give me any spoilers. Typically, I enjoy spoilers, but
one of the closest things I saw was Chris crushed a spider. That was about as much intercourse out there.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Fucking
never kill a spider. Never kill a spider.
Oh, fuck you. I kill every spider. I don't care.
You didn't see this thing, Bobby. This thing was it looked like this guy here, and it was no, I had to go. And you know what? It was over my bunk for 2 nights, and I didn't kill it. And I laid awake like this, looking at the.
You're a better man than me, because
I know it's there, and I'm just like
5 seconds it would have been dead.
I know when I go to sleep, the thing's gonna be crawling on my fucking.
You wouldn't have made it to 12 hours, let alone 48.
They kill the bad bugs though. That's why they're good.
Yeah, but they need to stay outside. They don't need to come inside.
Yeah. I catch them in a cup. I catch them in a cup and I bring them out. That's what
Nope. Have a good time with your cup spiders. I don't fuck with them. Okay, no.
Bobby has been around for a very long storied past as a musician, and I've known you for I don't know how long now, Bobby, long time, and I've had the privilege of seeing you in several of those bands. For a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people did know that you were in Seven Witches. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
that was my first real album. Was those guys?
Nice.
First signed band that I was in.
And then the Morbid Sin.
And Morbid Sin's the one I started in high school. That's a band.
Motley was actually with you in Morbid Sin.
Yeah, when I reformed Morbid Sin, yes, it was Wade and Motley. Yeah,
Wade and Motley. Yeah. Motley is John Hasselbrink,
who is also now an Attacker. Yes.
Yeah, also an Attacker.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was. I
feel like this whole thing, like this whole scene, is like what is it, 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon or some shit. Like everybody seems to know somebody or has worked with somebody or played with somebody once upon a time.
Music is a very incestuous business.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it, both literally and metaphorically.
She's got to come on the fucking show, dude. Because that would just be crazy.
Yeah, you have fun.
We've been around each other for a long, long time, and I've actually had the privilege of jamming with you a few times. And John did a stint with me in DTA for years, and Headcase, the other Headcase thing too.
Well, my cousin Joey.
Yeah, and Joey Bruno. Joey's another great guy.
Wait, so Joey Bruno is your actual cousin?
That's my cousin. Yes.
That's my cousin.
Which makes him my cousin.
So you are actually my cousin.
We're all cousins.
We're cousins.
This is really weird. This is so creepy because Joey Bruno is actually my cousin, and if he's your cousin, then you're my cousin. And
now he's my second cousin.
Christ.
Yeah.
Hey, this is really exciting, guys. I just met a cousin I didn't know I had. Like my family needed to be any goddamn bigger, right?
Shut.
That's so exciting. Cool. Thanks, cuz.
Does that mean I got to do another shot?
Yes, now you have to do another shot.
Get the Darkwing, dude. You're skimping on the Darkwing.
It's not Darkwing. It's Cherries.
X-Wing. Where's the X?
This is the one that's made in New Jersey, man.
I went on the show. I went on Bobby's show a few weeks back, and he ran out of booze.
It was my birthday show.
It was his birthday show, and he ran out of booze. I'm like, how can you be out of booze on your birthday? Come on, we gotta get a shit face. So I ran out, and he says, I drink a certain vodka. And I'm like, all right, what's it called?
No, that was only because it was this liquor store. That was let me clarify. Hey, wait,
I don't know if we should allow you to clarify.
All right.
Yes, Darkwing, X-Wing vodka.
I want to clarify because I'll drink any vodka.
I don't know if that's a good quality to have.
It's not. It's really not. But no, over here by me across the street is X-Star. It's called.
Okay.
And it's Slovakian vodka.
X-Star, Darth Vader, X-Wing Fighter.
It's Slovakian vodka.
I blew your socks off with Darkwing Ducks, too.
You could strip paint with that shit.
Oh my God, you can varnish things with it, man. You can take the paint off and put it right back on with that shit, man.
Oh, it's good. It's wheat vodka. It's very good. Very good.
Yeah, that was the thing that threw me. Get me a bottle of Darkwing X-Duck extruding vodka that extrapolates with the wheat thing, and I'm like, all right.
I'm not a vodka girl, so none of this sounds appealing.
I was.
I like vodka.
Appealing. You were a vodka girl, Joe? That's beautiful.
No, yeah.
Joe, are you a vodka girl?
I am. Stop it. Tell me more about my hair. All right,
Chartreuse is a vodka girl, too.
So finish this story up, because I do have a chat question for you, Bobby. So
I'm afraid to.
Yeah, I would be.
You should be. You should be.
Yeah, I know.
I can only imagine who this is from.
So You finish it, Joe. I just wanted to clarify that it was the
Darkwing
X-Star
Duck
because it was
vodka.
down the
All
street.
right, let him drink his. You drink your shot, and the wheat vodka is from across the street. So Bobby drinks that vodka, and I go out and get him a bottle for his birthday.
Right.
While I'm on the show, I go out in the middle of the show and come back to the studio with a bottle of Darkwing Duck vodka and proceed to. We tried it. We
Two bottles. You bought
2 bottles. I can't even believe Roach. His sidekick Roach, Alex, his partner, is. He's
Don't say partner. It makes it sound gay.
Yeah, stop. It's so gay.
Stop it.
He's like the coolest dude ever. And we got him so fucking ripped up.
Every show. Every show. By the end of every show, he's going.
Hit the button.
Oh, this poor guy.
Every show. People like literally wait to hear how drunk he is by the end of the show.
I feel
great radio.
I feel
It's
like
great radio.
I feel like you like purposely feed him alcohol
We
for
do.
your own entertainment.
He played, I think it was a Judas Priest song. I can't remember. It was Beyond the Realms of Death like 14 times in the show.
Nobody has to feed him alcohol.
Oh, it's great.
Nobody.
I love Rose.
He
does just fine on his own, I assume.
I do.
Yeah,
I
he would have been on the show tonight, too. He was going to come on.
I instigate the shots of vodka. I do. I'm like, come on, bro, do a shot. All right. And by the end,
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. What's the chat question?
Okay.
What's the chat question?
So the chat question for you from Jet.
Here we go.
That's why I said I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah,
and like I said, you should be. So the chat question is, did Bobby wear makeup in any past bands? And did that make him more feminine now in Attacker?
No, it didn't make me more feminine. And yes, I wore makeup.
And you know what? So did Kiss.
But no, but I wasn't.
I wear makeup.
Listen.
There's nothing wrong with being feminine.
Wow! Wow!
Uncle Louie!
Wow! I gotta go put the football game on now. No. I didn't wear feminine makeup. I wore corpse paint, like King Diamond, like Gene Simmons, that type of, like Immortal, you know, that kind of thing. I didn't wear gay makeup. Joe can vouch for me on that.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't gay. He didn't try to touch any of the man's genitals. It was purely platonic makeup.
All right, I'm gonna be honest. I did.
You looked at my butt once. I know you did.
Oh, but was that in the 80s? Was it? Were you wearing spandex in the 80s?
Yes, I did. Yes, I wore spandex.
In the 80s. I did. I spandex. I had long hair too, so I could have mistaken me for a chick from behind. I was tiny and long hair, you know. And
there was only 2 kinds of spandex I would wear: red or black.
Yeah,
that's 2 colors. That's not 2 kinds.
That's what I mean. It's the Darkwing Duck.
I remember that. I do remember that.
Would you like to see a picture? I can show you a picture.
Oh yeah,
yes,
you actually won't be able to see it on here. It's
probably not. But send it to me, and then I'll put it on Instagram.
Let me see if I can
blow that shit up for you.
I can't wear spandex now. I look like 500 pounds of sausage stuffed in a 200-pound bag.
Hey, but then you can go back and visit Giovanni, right?
Yeah. Giovanni.
Robin
smoking the sausage.
Robin brings up Morbid Sin.
That's
the band that I wore the makeup in.
Oh, there you go.
That was a long-haired guy there in that picture.
Look at Joe Lass.
Yeah. Joe, put that back up. Put that back up.
Joe Lass.
There I am. I'm wearing the chain and the Minimart shirt there. Over here, that's me. That's DTA. That was DTA.
Very cool.
They're actually coming back too. That's
very cool.
Thank you, Liv.
This is one of Joe's 500 bands that he's in.
Yeah. I know, right?
I'm such a whore. I'm the biggest whore ever. Speaking of other bands, Bobby and I have a project we're working on called Frankenstall.
Alan Johnson.
Yes, sir. Oh my God, I almost said attacker. Everybody's an attacker. I'm an attacker too. You know,
Exciter.
an attacker. Exciter, yeah. Alan, no offense, please.
Very
Just
exciting.
my adult little brain.
Very exciting. So what do you think is
It
going to
is
come
exciting.
from that?
Especially
What do you think
with
is going
Alan,
to come?
exciting. It's exciting because Alan's from Exciter.
Whoa,
Exciter.
get
So
excited.
it's very exciting.
Funny.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Okay, so tell us
I'm
now
excited too.
now that you brought it up, I want to know. So what did you call it? Franken what?
Frankenstein.
Okay, I almost said Frankenschnitzel, but
It's,
so
No,
Frankenstein.
that was breakfast. That's like Frankenstein breakfast. That's a whole other thing.
the
Um,
name is pretty. I think it's pretty awesome.
It is. It's totally different than anything else
So
out
It's
there.
different. It's different.
what are you going to be bringing to the table? Tell the people a little bit about that then.
I think it's going to be a pretty unique project because everybody that's in the band, we all have similar tastes in music. Yet the bands that we were in were different than each
Okay.
other.
Yeah.
So
very.
it's like that's one of the reasons I came up with the name. Besides that, I didn't want there to be 500 bands out there with the same name.
Yeah.
Because now, let's face it, it's really hard to come up with an original name.
Yeah, basically you just have to open up the dictionary,
Oh
plop
man,
one finger down, turn the pages.
I was
plop
coming
another
up with
finger
shit,
down.
and I was coming up with shit and googling it, and there'd be at least literally 5 or 6 other bands with that name. So
Oh
I was
God.
like, fuck, man. I was like, all right, and I just came up Frankensteel, and I googled that, and there's actually a steel company called Frankensteel, but that didn't deter me. I mean, I could still use it. This is music. That's a construction.
Oh, Robin subscribed.
So
Jet Jet would like to know if it will be a power metal project.
I think it will be a little more speed metal edge. It'll probably be elements of speed, doom, and traditional.
Classic.
Yeah, I think
Classic. Yeah, it's going to have a lot of classic feel to it. The three of us are definitely. We also the guitar player. One of the guitar players is from Dying Eyes of Sloth.
Yeah, Dying Eyes of Sloth, and you know what? Not for nothing, but Jet would like that band because they're death metal band.
Yeah, and he is
really good guitar player too. Really,
he's amazing. He really is amazing, and I keep calling him Dave, and he probably hates me to death for I call Dave. Hey, Dave. Hey, wait, that's not your name.
Who,
Andy?
Andrew Prusak?
Andrew Prusak is
Prusak, yeah.
one of the nicest human beings I've ever met. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
He really,
Thank you.
he's just an awesome guy and great guitar player. Bobby brought him into that fold not too long ago. So we're working on some stuff, and we'll have some stuff happening shortly with that.
Jet would like you to know that he has had Dying Eyes of Sloth on his show before.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. That's
all right.
cool.
Well, there you have it.
So we are going to move more in, unless you had any more music stuff to talk about.
Yes, I want to plug one more band.
Fucking do it. Do it.
Denim and Leather. My tribute band.
Tribute to
classic 80s metal and hard rock.
Very cool.
Yeah, they do great sax.
Everything.
I thought Jet was a he. Sorry about that.
Now Jet is Gene Thomas.
Priest, Maiden, UFO, MSG.
Very cool.
Maiden, Priest, Sabbath, Dio. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
Oh wow! See, and that's something I could get down with. I do enjoy a good tribute band. I do, and I enjoy a good you're out just like Friday or Saturday night hanging at a bar and you got like a fucking kick-ass tribute band. Like it's fun.
We do a lot of. We just played the first annual Grill-em-all. We're going to be doing that every year now.
Very fun. Very fun.
Got the birthday bash coming up too.
Birthday, yo.
Yeah,
whose birthday?
Whose birthday? Is it your birthday?
No, it's Jeff, our bassist. Jeff Baker.
Oh, very fun.
He's turning 50, and we're having it at Dingbats in Clifton.
Holy shit!
That's gonna be fun. Yeah.
September 22nd, I think.
Very cool. Very cool. Bunch of old ass men. No, I'm just kidding.
Absolutely.
I'm just kidding.
I'm pushing 52.
true.
I'm out there. I'm an old goat now.
It's true.
But,
Dane
I'm like,
McClintock would like to check in
Dane!
and say hi.
eat lead, motherfucker!
Go, Dane!
Eat lead, motherfucker! What's up?
Very good stuff. Okay.
All right. So Gene and Robin.
Yes.
Hopefully, maybe one day we could have them on the show here as well.
Absolutely. I'm open to any guest of the horror or metal community.
They
Come
are
on, listen. Not
they're
for
not-
nothing. Not for nothing, but I do have a couple friends that I can get on your show. That one of them is a New Jersey director, horror director, Dante Tomaselli.
Very
That'd be
fun.
great.
I'm going to
Awesome.
plug him, and
Awesome.
I want to thank him for the Blu-ray, signed Blu-ray he just sent me of his very first movie, Desecration. Just got released on Blu-ray.
Oh,
Well,
killer.
If you need to let your buddy know, that is my wheelhouse. That's what I do. I do horror reviews. I'm a horror author.
Oh,
And
you love him, man.
I would love, if he would like an honest review on Horror Metal Sounds, I would love to review it for him.
Listen,
That'd be
he's
cool.
also a composer, and he has some music that I can't listen to in the dark. Let's put it that way.
That
Really.
bad, creepy,
It's
huh?
it's that creepy, man. Really,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
The guy is a visionary horror director. I mean,
Genius.
his visuals are intense. Check out Satan's Playground.
I saw it.
Satan's Playground. It's about the Jersey Devil. The mother leads out in the woods of the Pine
Yeah.
Barrens. It was actually filmed in the Pine Barrens.
That's all. We
Um,
just our last episode of Horror Metal Cast was about urban legends and shit like
Yeah,
that.
Jersey Devil was in
Yeah.
there big
Nice.
time. So yeah, that's a great movie, Bobby. I have seen that, and he
And
is
horror. He did a movie just called Horror, and that movie, yeah, that creeps me out too, man.
very-
That's awesome. That's definitely my thing. And that was my next segue question, kind of a metal and a horror question. I like to ask a lot of people who are fans of horror but also involved in the metal community. So, in your opinion, how does horror and metal marry so well, and what do you think makes that work?
All I can only speak to myself about.
No, it's a completely give me your opinion question.
I think what it was, at a very young age, I was exposed to horror by my mom and dad. My mom and dad were very big on the Universal monsters and Godzilla, and my mother was the big Godzilla fan, Toho movies.
Mm-hmm.
When I was really little, she would sit me in front of the TV and put on Godzilla movies. And my dad gave me my very first issue of Famous Monsters of Filmland magazine. I was getting new shoes downtown in Perth Amboy, and my mother told me, she goes, "You're being a little bastard," straight up. I mean, I wouldn't sit still for the guy, and then my old man went across the street. There was a magazine stand on Smith Street. And next thing I know is he's putting a book in front of my face. And on the cover was the Basil Gogos painting of Boris Karloff as Frankenstein. And I was just like transfixed.
Yeah.
And, that guy could have put cement shoes on me and I wouldn't have known. You know what I mean? That's how into it I was. And from that day forward, I collected those magazines. And I think what it was when I was about 10, 11 years old, my cousin started turning me on to heavy metal music. And two of the people he turned me on to was Alice Cooper and Kiss.
Yeah.
Right? When I got to look at those two, Alice Cooper, the album was Killers. He showed me Killer, rather. I'm confusing the Maiden.
That was a great album.
And Billion Dollar Babies.
Yeah.
And Kiss he showed me Hotter Than Hell and the first Kiss Alive album. So I look at these album covers and I'm like, holy shit, this is scary. So that was my connection with it, was visual. And then when he played it for me, matter of fact, he played me the first Black Sabbath album. And when I heard the rain and the thunder and all of that, it scared the shit out of me. I mean, I'm 11 years old.
Yeah, it was creepy as fuck, right? I remember hearing that.
You're an 11-year-old kid and you hear, that. Plus, he shows me the album cover. It's got a fucking Wish in the Woods, you know. So that was it. So I was done. That was it. My mother still blames him to this day. She said, when we get together for the holidays, Christmas, she goes, "Alan, you ruined my son. You ruined him." Yeah. In a joking way, of course. But
I remember Alice Cooper Goes to Hell, the cover for that.
Oh,
that was pretty trippy.
And also, Welcome to My Nightmare. I mean,
yeah,
that was,
very trippy. Yeah.
Good shit. I just think that's what it was. But I think a lot of that story can't be so unique. I mean, I think there's like thousands of people who could say the same thing that I just said. As a kid, I was into horror movies, and then I heard so-and-so and such, and it was dark, and it was scary, and I was attracted to it, and boom.
You know, we were just talking, Bobby mentioned Godzilla.
That was a couple weeks ago. We had a whole thing on Godzilla too.
I'm a huge.
I can't wait for the new one, man.
It's gonna be fucked. We just covered that here, Bobby.
That trailer blew me away when I finally saw it.
Yeah.
I was like, forget it, man.
I was talking
I got an erection from it. Both inches.
Did it go down? All two.
all two. Don't
see this now. This I'm going to say this now because I got to say it, and I don't think I've ever said this to you.
She's like, what did I get myself into?
People have no idea.
I feel like this was the wrong time to be like, I got to tell you something I never told you before. When you're talking about your boner, like that's the wrong time to say something like that, Joe.
I could sing like Lou Rawls. I was going to sing Lou Rawls to him.
Shit.
Another love like mine. Right? I'm
gonna hold you the way I do.
See, people have no clue. Bobby and I were coming back from a show in Germany in the band, and we were getting down to like the Hustle or something like that. I don't even remember what the fuck. We laughed. I mean, the entire trip. This is what I wanted to say.
Good fun.
There is no separation, and this is what people don't understand. Jet, you guys, you have no clue. This is not something Bobby turns on and turns off. This is fucking Bobby, all right?
Yeah, I'm always an asshole.
Hey, me too.
When you meet him, no, stop it. When you meet him, he seems like the most quietest. I remember like being around you 100 years ago, and being like, that guy's quiet and creepy.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything, and you come in and go, hey, and walk away. You're like, hi.
That is a little creepy. That is a little creepy.
I was probably high on weed at the time.
And then I heard him sing, and I was like, holy fuck. You know, you wouldn't know. I mean, Bobby is one of the fucking greatest metal singers out here.
Get the fuck out of here with
that. Stop it with your bullshit. Sorry. So this is Bobby, though, and this is the thing that makes the show that they do so fucking unique and so awesome. This is life, man. This is the way they are in life. There's no separation from the reality that they live in and the radio show. The radio show goes on. Just because the switch is off doesn't mean the fucking show's over.
Yeah,
the show is right there. The show is right there, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I've had the privilege of knowing this maniac fucking forever, and I love him to death. Greatest guy, one of the greatest.
We love you too. We love you too, Joe Les.
In a non-kidding kind of way, and it's a non-kidding way though, more or less.
All right, when you two fellas are done blowing each other,
hey, no homo, no homo.
I mean that in a nice way.
No bro jobs.
Hey, what the fuck, bro job?
You know that's a thing, right?
I never used that term before.
Bro
Stop
jobs.
it. You legitimately, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like a real thing. It's a real thing.
At a time in my life.
Like a man bun.
Hold on.
It goes along with the man bun. It goes with the man bun and the man rompers. Yes.
The rompers and the
At a time in my life where I thought I genuinely could not learn anything fucking new or fun, I learned the term bro job.
Bro job.
Why did I look? I don't. Maybe it's the wine.
No homo.
just don't fucking know. I'm going to run off camera for a quick 30-second break. And so this gives
gonna
you
give each other bro jobs.
Yeah, do it, man. Plug some metal stuff. Get as much metal out of your system because I'm about to full on swan dive into horror when I get back. So BRB.
All right. Go, get out of your system.
I'm all about the horror, bro. You know that. I'm all about it. Bro jobs.
Robin and Jet actually became followers of the
Horror Metal Cast.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna do that logo for you guys, man.
Thank you.
I'm definitely gonna do it. I am.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'm painting a Judas Priest jacket right now.
Oh no shit.
I'm doing a Painkiller.
Oh no shit.
Get this. Rob Halford is actually going to see it because the guy that I'm painting it for has meet and greet passes.
Oh, no shit, dude.
Yeah, for September 8th. So that's going to be a nice addition to my portfolio.
Very
have
killer,
Halford holding my jacket. Yeah, that's going to be nice, man.
That is killer. That is very cool. Dude, that's awesome. A lot of people don't know a lot of the bands that you were in. Well, I'm sure a lot of them do too. I mean, there was you did some really great stuff.
Nah, dude, I was in all underground bands, man. Nobody really knows that shit.
Well, the Morbid Sin stuff was fun. I loved it. I thought
Marvin
you guys
Sin.
were awesome.
Yeah, Marvin Sin.
Marvin Sin.
Marvin Sin. Well, I went to Perth Amboy High School, so a lot of black dudes in there and Spanish dudes, and you know how they used to be like, yo, man, Pink Floyd, he's great, man. I love Pink Floyd, man. You know? And
that dude rock, man.
Man, you know what I mean? And Led Zeppelin, man, he's good, man. Led Zeppelin, he's good. So it was like the same kind of thing with Morbid Sin. They're like, they used to call me Marvin Sin. They used to call me Marvin. and they would go, and they all thought that I was a devil worshiper in high school. So, they were like, Marvin Sin, man. Marvin Sin, don't fuck with him, man. He's with the devil, yo. That nigga with the devil.
That
nigga with the devil.
All right, I am back.
Hey, Stevie.
She's back.
Talking about
she had to go get more wine.
I did.
More wine?
There you go.
Uh-oh.
What just happened?
Oh, my phone don't have a kickstand.
Darkwing vodka. Get your
Darkwing vodka.
So I like the fact that I came back and you guys were talking about devil worship because that goes right along into horror.
Beautiful.
So the next question I have for you, we already talked about your roots in horror and how you think metal and horror marry and everything like that. So tell me, you don't have to name a specific movie or anything like that, but your favorite genre of horror. Because
I can name you my favorite horror movies.
You can do that too. I just didn't want to, cliche little girl asking, simple questions.
I like to tell people what my favorites are.
Do it.
Because
okay.
Tell
me your favorite genre. Tell me your favorite.
What do you want? Top 3 or top 5?
Well, first tell me your favorite genre.
You're killing me with this.
Like the subgenres of horror. I can tell you what mine is.
Listen,
devil
worship and witchcraft films.
Okay.
My favorite.
All right. Okay. So top 3 favorite horror movies of all time. Go.
My top 3 are at the number 1 spot.
Phantasm.
If you can see it.
Awesome. Fucking Phantasm. I saw that.
Phantasm.
Yep. Phantasm.
Great fucking movie.
Second would be, it's hard, but I would have to say Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 1974 original version.
Yes.
And The Exorcist.
Wow.
OG. You're going OG. That's awesome.
That's those. I'm sorry.
Bobby's old school. Yeah.
Yeah. OG.
They're the 3 movies that made the biggest impact on me as a kid in horror.
I saw Phantasm in the movie theater.
Me too. I sat through it and waited again and sat through it a second time.
My sister literally had to drag me kicking and screaming back to the seat because I was still fucking terrified of that fucking ball.
Let me tell you, man.
Oh my God. When I saw the ball, I lost it.
Angus Scrimm as the Tool Man. He's
Scrimm.
one of the creepiest characters.
Yeah.
He should be a huge icon, right up there with Freddy and right up
Oh,
there with Jason.
absolutely. I
Up there with
completely agree with
Leatherface.
that.
I mean, to me, he in my opinion, he is, but he's not mainstream as Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger.
Which is
I think that's okay though, because you don't always have to be mainstream to be scary or fucking fun.
I agree, 100%, 100%. But he's just was so awesome.
Oh,
I mean,
and that's like you bring that up, and like honestly, like Pinhead, like he is a little bit more mainstream, but I also don't think he's mainstream enough. And I would say Pinhead's one of my favorites.
In the first,
I love Pinhead. While we're on the subject, have you seen the last 2 Hellraiser movies?
No,
I have not, because I heard they were terrible.
All right, listen. I'm gonna give it to you straight.
Go for it. Do it.
The one before the most recent one, which I do own.
Was that the one in space?
No, that's old. Dude, you're fucking like 20 years behind, bro.
I quit after that. I mean,
you're like 20 years behind, dude. That was
Pinhead meets Alien. I mean, come on, man. It got ridiculous. It really got stupid.
That was Bloodlines. That was the 4th one, and it wasn't that
was
bad.
Bloodline.
I mean, if you know,
it was all right. I mean,
it was made by a director who would never directed a film before, and it was kind of a patchwork. Kevin,
you got to start somewhere. Don't knock fledglings.
Hey, no, I'm kidding.
Kevin Yeager is an amazing makeup effects guy, and also an amazing sculptor. So I give him a lot of props. But no, the last one was not that bad. The one before it, and the names escape me, so that just goes to show they're not that great.
1 and 3.
But the one in Mexico was, oh my God, with the 2 kids who go to Mexico.
Yeah.
With the first Pinhead that was not Doug Bradley.
Yeah.
Is awful, awful, awful. Whoever gave him the role should be shot dead. Because the guy is so bad, so bad. And he looks retarded. I mean, really. I mean, Ricky Retardo, dude.
There's only one Pinhead. That's Doug Bradley. I mean, you can't. That's something I don't understand about the industry. Why are you going to take a character like Doug Bradley's character? And I mean, obviously, to me, maybe I'm wrong, and I try not to be over opinionated with it. But
you can be.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
You know what I mean?
I'm an opinionated motherfucker, and I don't care.
You take Pinhead, obviously, from one of the most prolific horror characters out there too, and rightly so. I mean, when Hellraiser came out, it scared the crap out of me. I was,
me too.
Everybody.
I was like a baby, so I didn't see it when it first came out. But when I was a little bit older and I watched that legitimately, and of course Michael Myers is mainstream, but he is number 1 on my list.
Oh, he's scary too.
The new one is going to be off the hook.
Me, but Pinhead, and then
Leatherface is my boy.
I'm gonna make myself sound like a fucking asshole because I can't think of the name of it. I blame the 3 glasses of wine though.
It's okay. Have another.
Puppet Master. Woo.
Oh yeah.
Puppet Master. No shit.
Puppet Master was all right. That was a good movie.
I hate dolls. I hate puppets. I hate any tiny version of humans.
All right.
Little
Trilogy
things.
of Terror.
Yes.
Trilogy of Terror. Junie fetish doll.
Joe's wife.
Right.
That is her favorite horror movie, and I think it's her fault that I'm so fucking scared because I think she used to scare me with those little dolls when I was little.
Did she chase you around the house with a knife?
Can I
probably?
Listen, let me tell you. Puppet Master to me is like fucking Walt Disney compared to Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Have you ever seen it?
Crazy movie.
Have you seen it? If you haven't seen it,
I don't think so.
Oh my God, you need to go rent it immediately.
I'm penciling it in right now.
Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Now listen, they remade it. Don't watch the remake first. Watch the original from 1974. I'm gonna say 73.
There was a movie that came out.
Movies from the 70s are fucking probably all good.
That's my favorite.
So yeah, they're probably all good.
70s and 80s are my favorite. Anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, no,
What's the
Puppet
movie?
Master's cool. But I mean, come on, The Gate. Have you ever seen The Gate
Absolutely,
I've
I've seen the fucking Gate.
with
I
the
fucking
little
love
the
the
little
Gate.
fucking
Yes.
monsters in the
Yeah,
Gate?
The Gate-
That's
the-
awesome,
The little
man.
clay stop motion guys that
Yeah.
came out from hell. Yes. Fucking love
That's
it.
good
Claymation,
shit.
claymation demons.
That's the
Killer.
shit right there, bro.
Does
The Gate
anybody
was
ever
cool.
remember seeing a movie called Mausoleum?
Yes, I
You do
just
remember,
watched it.
I
I
did
just
not.
watched it again like
Oh
a month ago.
I thought that was a great movie and it never went anywhere. It just
Dude, when
like
her
kind
when
of
her eyes turn green and she's all
Yeah.
possessed and shit.
oh, it's great, man. Good
Yeah, it was
shit,
pretty
dude.
cool.
Let me
And
ask you a question, Bobby, before we go to
Yeah.
Squirrel, because I know I feel like the three of us is like the fucking Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, could be.
The whole show is gonna fucking go down with the ship if we don't reel it back.
It's already sinking.
It's
Somebody's
all right.
gotta
It's all
keep
right.
some
Bailing water
semblance of
out.
order.
Bailing out the water.
So you said that devil worship and witchcraft were your that's your genre right there.
That's my weakness, man.
Yes.
It is.
Tell me why. Why are you drawn to the genre? Why is that your favorite? How does it speak to you?
All right, let me get honest. I find witches sexy.
Oh, there you go.
I do.
Okay.
I can't help it. I don't know why. I just do. I mean, the song "Sisters of Salem" I wrote in 1987. I think
Okay.
it was. That was a kind of story about a dream that I kept having, a recurring dream, and I think that like my favorite witchcraft movies. Wow, Blood on Satan's Claw is my favorite witchcraft movie. I really like Race with the Devil. The Devil's Reign with Ernest Borgnine.
Devil's Reign. Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Who summoned me from the pit?
It's good shit, man.
Good movie, man.
There was a movie by Ty West a few years back. Well, it's longer than a few years now. House of the Devil, if you've never seen it.
That is a fantastic
film. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I liked that a lot.
There was another one with Alice Cooper.
Rosemary's Baby.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
Baby.
that's a
Wow.
fucking classic. Of course.
Great, man. Oh my God.
I can't remember the title of the movie. There was a
Horror
movie.
Hotel.
Yeah.
Which was really
Yeah.
the original title was City of the Dead, and it just got re-released on Blu-ray and DVD under the original title with added. Whatever was edited out has been added back in because when they released it in the United States, it's a British-made movie.
Right.
When they released it here in the United States, they edited it down a little bit and they changed the name to Horror Hotel. If you
What about The Omen, guys?
Let me
What
tell
about
you
The
what.
Omen?
Of course.
That is one of the most atmospheric
Yeah.
horror movies.
Children
ever
are fucking
made.
horrifying as it is. So when they're
Yeah.
demon
Mrs.
children, it makes it a little worse.
Blaylock scared the living shit out of me, man. Mrs. Blaylock was like the most evil fucking bitch that ever walked the planet.
Jesus
She was
Christ.
the nastiest, meanest bitch ever.
Now,
And, you know,
We've got a couple chat questions for you guys, if you don't mind.
okay.
And for everybody, listen, we're coming up on our hour, but I don't give two shits.
Oh,
If
yeah, I
Bobby
don't
and
care.
Joe are good with it, we're gonna
I'm
keep on
good.
rolling.
We're going to roll. Fuck it, roll.
It's gonna be the longest podcast we've ever done, but who cares?
Jerry's vodka. Let me ask Jerry. Jerry.
Jerry.
What do you think,
Jerry! What do you say,
Jerry said, yeah, we can go.
Let's do it.
I want to make sure my wife won't disown me.
So 2 questions, Bobby, and for us as well, for myself and Joe, favorite classic horror film from the 1970s. I already know what mine is.
Oh my God, you're killing me with this.
All right, if you boys need to think about it, mine is Black Christmas.
This show is so cerebral.
That wasn't the 70s, though.
Yes, it was 1974.
Wow.
Wait a second.
Christmas
Black
came out.
Christmas was
Black
the one
Christmas.
where they're eating the cookies made out of human skin?
Yes, the parents. Or the mom, or it was one of them.
No, it wasn't the parents. It was
the
killer,
son.
The killer.
Yes, the son.
Yes.
So Black Christmas to me is the original The Callers in the House. You know what I mean? Like that inspired other films
Calling.
like
I
Babysitter.
didn't realize that was that year.
I know what you did last summer.
The original Black Christmas legitimately fucking creeped. Like it made my skin crawl because it was so that fucking voice on the phone and that laugh and the fact that he was in the house tormenting these co-eds. It was awesome. So that's
like
mine.
the BTK killer.
That's my. Oh, we're gonna get to BTK in a little bit. Don't jump the shark, Joe. Don't jump the shark.
There's so many fucking good ones from the 70s, man.
Yes, there are. There are.
I
mean, almost all of them are
79, 7980, I think it was Poltergeist. If you remember.
Nah, that was 81, 82.
Yeah, no, that was the 8. That was like
80s.
into the 80s.
7980.
Oh, fuck, man. I mean,
great movie.
I was so psyched when that movie The Car came out recently on DVD and Blu-ray. That's with James Brolin, Josh Brolin's dad.
Right.
Okay.
That's not my favorite though. My head, as soon as you say 70s, goes right to Phantasm.
Phantasm. That's one of the best movies from the 70s. I mean, it opens up in a cemetery.
Since that's in my top 3, though, I don't want to use that, and so is Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah, that's why I brought up Black Christmas, because nobody had mentioned it yet.
All right, the blood on Satan's Claw is my favorite 70s.
I've never heard of that one. I'm going to put it on my list.
That's a bloody movie.
Oh,
wow.
My God.
We got another question here.
Okay.
What about children shouldn't play with dead things?
I love it. I just got that on Blu-ray.
That's a great movie.
I just got it on Blu-ray. It looks the best you've ever seen it. Get it on Blu-ray.
Wow, no shit.
They restored it. It's phenomenal looking. It's so clear. Oh my God. It's never looked as good.
Jet said Carrie freaked me out as a kid.
Carrie.
Oh, girl,
wow.
me too.
Carrie.
Good movie,
yes, girl,
good book.
Me too.
The book is even better.
The books. I'm a huge King fan, so
me too.
That's right up my alley. And
when I was, and now a lot of people, and maybe you guys, you're probably not going to agree with me. However, the sequel that came out when I was in like 6th or 7th grade, it was like The Rage Carrie 2. I actually, I did like it.
I saw it.
It was good. It was a great.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
It's not Carrie in the traditional sense of Carrie, but it was a worthy sequel in my opinion.
Right.
Honestly, I didn't mind the remake that you just made a few years ago.
I thought it was good too. What's the girl? Chloe Grace Moretz.
Chloe Moretz, yeah, she's awesome.
Fantastic. She was fantastic awesome in the role.
She's always good.
Oh, and who was the mother? Was it Julianne Moore?
I believe it was.
Oh,
yes,
and she's so good. She's so good.
And that is a hard role.
Yes,
because
and she's so good.
Piper Laurie was a fucking lunatic.
Yes.
She was a lunatic.
But so was Sissy. So was Sissy Spacek.
Yeah, she was good, man.
And she's so good. Speaking of Stephen King, and of course, Squirrel, it's Squirrel.
Well, listen, since you're talking about 70s movies and Stephen King.
You got them blowing. The juices are flowing.
Salem's fucking Lot.
One of my favorite movies. We were just talking about that last.
Yes. One of the best vampire movies ever fucking made.
Mr. Marston.
So good.
Seriously.
Who played the Master's second?
I'm gonna IMDb it while you guys talk amongst
yourselves. Man?
Yeah.
The old man?
Yep.
Oh, you're fucking killing me. Oh.
Great actor.
Marston. No.
Marston was the headmaster.
Marston House was the yeah.
That right, and the master was Marston, Mr. Marston. But his second.
I know who played the vampire was Reggie Alder. David Soul.
Yes.
Was fucking Ben Mears.
Yes.
What's his face? The kid. Oh my God, my brain is just not right.
Who played little Danny Glick?
Glick.
Okay, who did you want to know? You wanted to know who played who?
The second.
Oh man, don't say it though. I want to try to remember.
Fine,
yeah,
this is trivia. To help, asshole.
Oh my god.
All right.
He's a famous guy too. The English.
Very famous.
He's a British guy. He's a British guy.
Yes.
God, he's having a meltdown. He's having a
IMDb.
Legion is in the chat and he says Lance Kerwin.
That was Glick. Yes.
That was right. That was Danny Glick. Very good.
That was Glick.
Who played Mr. Marston's keeper?
I'm not fucking telling you anything because Bobby yelled at me. So.
No, Bob.
I wasn't yelling at you. I was yelling at myself.
Go ahead, Stevie. Spoil it. Go.
No, I already closed IMDb. Like when I say I'm not telling you, I'm done now. We're done here.
I just got that on Blu-ray too. Oh my God.
Okay.
It's killing me.
So now you've told
Go ahead,
us.
tell us. I can't think.
Jesus Christ.
Blame it on the Jerrys.
Hold on now, because now I have to go back to IMDb and look it up for you.
Oh, you're killing me. Just give me his first name.
All right, hold on. I'm not as fast as I normally am. I'm a little bit tipsy on live YouTube, so fucking be patient.
She's not. What do you mean you're not on?
Our ratings. This is the best ratings we've ever had.
Good. Fuck them. Maybe I should be an asshole every week.
Who is it?
So you would like to know who played whom?
First name.
Mr. Marston's keeper.
Mr. Marsden's keeper.
No, wait, what was his name? Come on. Oh,
you gotta give me like a real name. You can't say like the guy who watched so and so.
I'm not spilling it.
Look, I don't know what you want from me because I'm here on IMDb and you're asking me for an actor's name, but you're not telling me the character.
Go ahead, Bobby. I'm not saying. I'm not.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're fucking moving on.
Lawrence? No. Lawrence.
Oh my God. All right. I'm going to give you his initials.
Nope. I'm over it.
JM.
I'm over it. No, we're moving on. I've closed IMDb for the second time.
I'm putting it out there.
So then you
James? First name is James, right?
I don't know. I closed IMDb.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's James.
It's a jar.
Mason.
Yes, sir.
James Mason. James fucking Mason.
Wow.
Yes.
You two bro jobbing motherfuckers.
Yes.
I'm like the third wheel on a bad date here, okay?
No, never
just
that.
kidding.
No, Stevie, you're the keeper of the keys, man. You had the.
I love you guys. I'm having so much fun. Also, I'm like, it's 7:08. I should be cooking dinner for my husband, but I'm not.
Justin,
tell him to make a TV dinner. TV dinner.
No, fuck TV dinners. I like cooking. I enjoy it.
Taco Bell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going to make holy shit. Okay. Are we done?
Anyway,
Are we done with our tantrum? Okay, we're gonna move into our next segment. Serial killers.
Wait. Before we go to the next segment.
Okay.
I want to name a really good witchcraft movie that just came out recently.
Do it.
If you've never seen it, The Witch. Oh my God, creepy as fuck.
Horror Metal Sounds covered that. PJ, you know what, Joe? We should try to get PJ on this show. One of my reviewers.
Absolutely.
Creepy.
He would jive so well with this show. Honestly, him and Robin. Maria is like 8 hours ahead of us. She's in Greece, so unfortunately, I don't think the timing would work out well. But my review team at HMS are fucking primo. I love these motherfuckers. They're so good.
I have a question for you.
Yes, ask me. I love answering things. I love talking about myself. Just kidding.
All right. So, since your very favorite horror icon is Michael Myers, how did you feel about Rob Zombie's take on Halloween?
Another really fun thing. Like this is so great. You need to.
I love it.
Tune into our podcast because we just talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I actually really genuinely enjoyed Rob Zombie's reimagining. I don't like to call it a remake because Rob himself has said he wanted. Yes, absolutely. It's a reimagining. I agree. He said I wanted to recreate the film in a way that if I was the writer, this is how I would have done things. Now, where it went bad for me was the second film. I didn't enjoy it as much.
All All right, the second movie, the whole white horse thing. And all
Yes,
that,
and that is exactly the image I just
Yes.
had in my mind. I was not a fan of it.
that
I
ruined it.
understand, dude, and here's the thing, like I understand his wife is hot. He loves his wife. But she doesn't need to always be there
I know it.
unnecessarily.
I think it's just that he loves her ass so much that he has
Dude,
to show her naked ass.
So then just put her ass on a picture on the wall. Dude, fucking frame it, put it up there, assless chaps, this bitch on the wall. She doesn't, and she's not a bad actress. I'm not saying she's a bad
got
actress.
better. She was horrible at first.
But she
In
doesn't.
House of a Thousand Corpses, she was horrible.
Oh, she doesn't need
In
to
my
be
opinion.
in the films at all time. Look, House of a Thousand Corpses, she was not A+.
I still love it,
but that
but she was bad.
Rocked.
I love it.
I love that movie.
Devil's Rejects, she was a little better.
What about the third one? Are you excited for it?
Which one? The third? The
new one? It's coming out.
I didn't know they were doing it.
Three
How
or something.
are they going to do it? They're all dead.
No. Dude, you got to research it. They're
all dead. What's it, a prequel?
I think so.
That's the only way it could be.
Look, I haven't done a lot of research about it because I'm not entirely sure. I'm looking it up right now.
Every time he's connected to a movie, he gets disconnected. Like the remake of The Blob, like the fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex. I mean, everything he's connected to.
So it's called Three from Hell. It will be centered around the three main antagonists: Sherry Moon,
Captain
Sid Haig, and Bill
Otis. Yeah.
Yes. They're not really. I mean, from what I'm seeing here, a decommissioned women's prison served as a filming location. So maybe they're going to pretend like they didn't die.
It's how they meet, or
yeah. I just don't know. Is it going to be like a prison weird fucking thing? I'm not really sure. I'm not real worried about it either, just because I love Sid's character so much that I can't wait.
Sid Haig was the shit, boy.
Dude.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, he was on that fucking, he was on a Saturday morning fucking
kids show. Yep,
I remember him from
really
that, man.
Funny.
Then
I never did.
Let's get really obscure. Galaxy of Terror.
Oh, wow.
Galaxy of Terror, which was one of Terminator fucking guy, man.
Patrick?
That I'm aggravated with right now. No, fucking what's his face? The big director. See?
James, whatever the fuck. Cameron.
Yeah, James Cameron. One of Cameron's first directorial fucking movies, and he didn't even get credit in the movie, but he directed it. And he was originally on as production designer. This is one of the reasons he got to direct Aliens. Was Galaxy of Terror was Roger Corman's ripoff of Alien. Check it out. And here's an even better little tidbit of trivia.
Fun fact. I call them FFs. Fun fact.
The person who scored that movie, none other than James Horner, who went on to score movies like Titanic, for Christ's sake.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Because like you said, Hollywood and the music business is very
incestuous. Absolutely. Here's to incestuous relationships.
Hey, whatever.
Like
Jamie and Cersei Lannister is my favorite incestuous couple, so I get down with some Game of Thrones. But okay, yes, carry on, and then we're gonna move into our serial killer segment.
While we're on the whole Rob Zombie Halloween thing.
Yes, do it.
What I liked about the Rob Zombie Halloween, I think him showing Michael Myers as a child, developing into a serial killer, from killing animals to having problems at home, etc., was a stroke of fucking genius. In my opinion. Okay?
I did like that. I liked that bit of backstory. I liked the fleshing out of it, because sometimes it is necessary to show the root cause of such a fucking developmental disorder.
Maniac.
But
we gotta have that.
It did, but what made it great was it did not lose that element of the supernatural, because as he grew older, and the evil consumed him more, it was like a tale of possession.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Because that little boy was left far behind.
Yeah.
He
The
was
little
gone.
boy,
I
in
mean?
an episode of horrible trauma, the little boy disappeared a long time ago.
And what fucking ruined it for me with part 2, like we were talking about, we touched on briefly before, was he brought in a fantasy element almost.
Right.
With that whole, and that just like it kind of disconnected me from the story he started in part 1. And I think even he regrets it.
Well, he went too far.
I think so too. I think so too. It was just so disconnected from the source.
He went too far. I think he pushed it too far.
But I would like, I'll tell you what, if you gave me that movie, I would make an edit of that movie where it would kick fucking ass, because I would take that shit right the fuck out, no more, gone. Yeah. It would be out.
Goodbye, White Horse, because not everything needs to be a fucking biblical revelation,
a metaphor or anything. You don't need that.
Damn it, it's so played. Talk about tropes, okay? Yeah. I love a good trope.
Right.
But the fucking 4 Horsemen is so played. I'm so over it.
Right.
It doesn't need to be intertwined into every storyline, especially not one revolving around Michael fucking Myers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just my opinion.
It did not need it. And part
it's
of
unnecessary.
The mystique, what happens is when you do something like that, you ruin a part of the mystique of the character. Part of what made Michael Myers so fucking scary was you didn't know any of his backstory, and he was a force of nature. I mean,
how the hell did he get like that?
You know what I mean? He was genuinely creepy. That's why in part 5 they fucking ruined it with that whole druid thing. Remember?
That was
that was
ridiculous.
That was fucking.
Okay, so while we're on the subject of this, the new Halloween film is coming out. Basically, they are going to release this with the notion that they're going to pretend that
they're jettisoning.
They're pretending that the spin-offs and H2O and everything
all
else
that nonsense
never existed.
Which is great. I'm all for it.
I'm stoked for it because Jamie Lee Curtis is a badass bitch. And on top of that,
still badass to this day.
She looks like such a fucking goddamn. I'll put her ass up there with my main bitch, Sigourney Weaver.
I was just gonna say
she ain't as bad as Wahida.
Look though, it looks really great. What are your thoughts on that? Are you kind of like jaded? Are you like oh my god, why?
Before earlier, let me just say earlier we had talked about my top 3. My top 5, the other 2 are Alien and Jaws.
Yes,
the
first Alien and the first Jaws.
Ellen Ripley
is the baddest ass, the archetype of the badass female.
She's the beacon of feminism for me.
She's the badass.
She kicked the fucking shit out of the queen. That's enough for me. I'm cool with her. I love her.
And
she's amazing. She's amazing. I love her.
Not only that, but the growth of her character from
the way she
part 1 to the much maligned part 3 that I love.
I don't have a single Alien film that I dislike. I like all of them, even the shitty
Resurrection.
Ron Perlman movie.
I like that movie.
I even like that one. I mean, it was weird and campy, but I still enjoyed it immensely.
I thought it had all the elements that all the Alien fans were looking for. I really do. It had the elements of the previous 3.
Right.
I don't know about the third one.
Sigourney Weaver's character really grew. I mean, you remember in 1 where she was forced into the role that she had, right?
Exactly. She grew, man.
Right. She really, honestly, as far as characters in movies go, she really evolved. I mean, her character really evolved.
and that's what it is there was a legitimate, genuine character development. Like they fleshed her out, and that's why I said honestly, in my opinion, she is the beacon of feminism and horror for me, because Ellen Ripley was not the tits out screaming running through the forest bitch.
No, she was
Ellen Ripley was the fucking final girl without the fucking bullshit.
She's one of the first, man. She was an originator. Hey,
absolutely.
Took care of business.
Let me get honest. That scene of her getting into the spacesuit at the end,
in the white T-shirt, that was
with the little T-shirt and the panties.
There's nothing wrong with appreciating.
No, there's nothing wrong with
the female form.
shot.
Absolutely not at all. I mean, that's a little bit. That's honestly, that's a little bit of what is so enticing about horror, is that you can sexualize things and not objectify them, if that makes sense. They can be completely two different things, and that, in my opinion, is what I admire so much about the fleshing out of the character of Ellen Ripley, was that they never, it wasn't for the male view. You know what I mean?
But they weren't afraid to also give her that sexy element.
Exactly.
Which was fucking great.
Had that though, Bobby. This isn't something that was contrived. I mean, she already had that working for her. She was already there.
Absolutely. There's nothing unsexy about a powerful, strong woman.
I mean,
they even dumbed her down
with the makeup and everything. They didn't douse her up with all this shit. They let her be who the fuck she was.
Yeah.
The character actually elevated in the first two movies so far on that alone that it launched her into star status. Like she's immortalized now because of those first two films, and she was absolutely fucking brilliant in both of them.
There's that silly phrase, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Well, in my opinion, the phrase should be, nothing looks as good as strong feels, because and that's the thing to me, is that if you're going to put something out there, especially in the horror community, which is very similar to the video game community, there's a lot of fucking neckbeards that want to fucking talk shit.
I love horror. I love video games. Don't.
Oh, buddy,
not a neckbeard.
That's me. No, not you. I didn't say, hey, Bobby, you fucking neckbeard.
I don't wear skinny jeans and I don't smoke a douche flute. Thank you.
You got a man bun.
The problem with the horror and video game community is that they don't appreciate women
probably still watching,
independent and strong. And you know what? If anybody's listening and they want to dox me, I have nothing exciting going on in my life. Do it.
Maybe throw myself under the bus after you finish it.
Do it. No, but essentially, the point I'm trying to get across, my red wine-induced rant, is that Ellen Ripley is so important to me as a role model, because growing up, I watched the Alien films and I said to myself, wow, she's really smart. She's really strong. And that was what I wanted to strive to be. Not a sex symbol, not anything convoluted and lost on society's standards, but Ellen Ripley. And that's why I adore Sigourney Weaver. And she's never disappointed me in any role she's ever been in. She's an amazing actress.
Ghostbusters.
She's strong. She's beautiful. Even in the film, and this is totally not horror. This is like teen girl shit right here that I'm about to throw out. There was a movie called Heartbreakers with her and who's the one from the Ghost Whisperer? I can't think of her name right now. It'll come to me later.
I know who you're talking about.
Oh, I know who she's talking about.
Yes.
She's hot as fuck, too.
Yes, and there was a movie. She was in I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yes. So it was a movie called Heartbreakers, and Ray Liotta and everybody was in it. And even in a film where she was a sexualized character, Sigourney Weaver has never fucking done anything bad. So, I mean, honestly, somebody was like, my favorite actress. Man. Sigourney Weaver, I grew up with her. I loved her. She was a horror icon, and she's amazing. Same thing, and this is going, tying it all back into what we were talking about. Jamie Lee Curtis is another amazing actress and an amazing horror icon.
Survivor.
If somebody was to ask me about like the non-sexualized final girls, those are the two that stand out. Those are the two that mean the most to me.
All right, the coolest part about Jamie Lee Curtis's character to me is the fact that the same blood that runs through Michael Myers' veins runs through hers, and a lot of his traits you can see they depict on both sides of the fence. Her traits are his traits are her traits, and they go back and forth. And I think they're really going to key in on that on the next film. I really think that they're going to show you just how strong both of them are. Because obviously, Donald Pleasance Donald
As
Pleasance
long
was
as they don't fuck that movie up.
No, I don't think I don't think that that's going to happen this round, Bobby. I think that they're going to do it justice. From the trailers I've seen, it really does. It looks amazing. It looks like the Godzilla movie.
I think it's going to be good, honestly.
I'll be there wearing my Halloween T-shirt. One of my Halloween T-shirts. I'll be there. All right, here's a question. Now, we touched on feminism briefly.
Okay.
There's a difference between classic feminism and what is out there right now. The chicks with the blue hair and the thick rimmed glasses and the hating men, and there's a difference. There's a difference. I have to say, there's a difference. But I want to say Linda Hamilton from Terminator. She was awesome. She was awesome. But Cameron took that model from Sigourney Weaver.
I agree. I agree 100%. I think that honestly, back in the day, James Cameron, he had really strong females before a lot of people did. And
after he saw Alien.
Well, after.
Because like I said, he worked on an Alien ripoff first. Go ahead.
But think about and I'm thinking about like Terminator, and then and again, it's not a horror film, but Titanic is a film that I can call out just because I fucking love Kathy Bates so much.
Yeah, she's awesome.
That, and even Rose.
Misery.
Dude, like, I feel like a lot of the time, and then, moving into Avatar, like a lot of the time, James Cameron's female characters are played by really strong women. And, like Kathy Bates is a really good example of that, being in a non-horror movie, even though she is a horror icon, in my opinion.
Misery, baby. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then, like more recently, she's even been in American Horror Story.
Yes.
Dude,
Kathy Bates is awesome. She's an amazing actress.
Fucking getting it. And I love her to death. I think she's another great actress. But of course, squirrel. Back to what you were initially talking about is like the differences in feminism. I am absolutely 100% girl power, and I don't hate men. I love men. I love everybody. I don't think anybody should ever be like, let's hate on one specific group of people based on anything, especially gender. And so I think
that's the new feminism, though.
Not necessarily.
That's what I was speaking on.
Yeah, I think that the new feminism is an evolution of that, where as things evolve, you from a scientific standpoint, as things evolve, any life form or anything, any movement, as they evolve, they weed out the unnecessary bits. And I hope that what I believe is true, that feminism is evolving to be more inclusive and less hateful. And I never really thought of it as that from the get-go, but like from looking at it through other people's eyes, I could definitely see how it could be misconstrued as something that it's not. I think that equality above all is first and foremost, and just standing up for what you believe in, and standing up for let's stop objectifying, let's stop unnecessarily sexualizing things that don't need to be sexualized, and let's just have a good time and be decent human beings.
Sure. Well,
that's how I see it.
Saying. I mean, that should go without saying. There shouldn't need to be a movement about that. It should be instilled in every human.
It should be. Function. It should be, I mean? But it's not.
But it's not.
Right. Not everybody has fucking common sense, Bobby. Not everybody has common sense.
I know.
I wanted to buy a vagina hat. God damn it!
Extremism is bad.
If you want to, absolutely, extremism
is bad in anything, and there are extremists out there that
there's
hate
extremists
men.
in everything.
There's extremists out there that hate women, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it's out there. What are you gonna do?
I got a question for you, Bobby.
Do it, Joe. You asked Bobby the question. I'm getting more vino.
Go get more wine. Yes.
Hey, you better drink more vodka, bitch. We're at an hour and a half now.
We are literally.
When you come back, I will do a shot.
We are literally at the hour and a half mark right now. This is the longest standing episode that we've had, and there are still 4 people here watching.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. You are some brave ass souls. Thank you so much for participating.
For hanging out with us. Yes.
She's manning the chat lines right now. So if you're chatting away in there, be my guest and enjoy.
Send us a donation. That's right.
Send us all your money.
Send us a donation so I could get more Dark Star.
Get a GoFundMe page for us for no reason at all. We want vagina hats, whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Godzilla, whatever you want to call it, just send us your money. All right, Bobby, you ready for this?
For a $20 donation, we will tongue punch the Dark Star. Right, Joe?
Now that went across in the bus on the way home from the show. You said what? He said what? Punch the Dark Star, motherfucker.
Tongue punch the Dark Star.
Oh my God, dude. You know what? You can't make it. You can't make this shit up. All right, Bobby, you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. 19. Oh my God, what year would this have been? 69 or 70?
1198.
Yes, sir. Exactly. A British equivalent to Godzilla. Go.
Gorgo.
Got it. You're the only motherfucker that got that. Damn. Good job. Good job. I blew everybody out of the water with that 2 weeks ago. Nobody remember Gorgo? Oh, I remember
Kaiju, man. Kaiju are my fucking thing, bro. Giant monsters.
That was my shit. I used to read Monster Times. You remember the Monster Times?
All right, I got one for you. I'm going to stump you. Ready?
Oh, you probably are.
Ready?
Okay.
A Toho Pictures movie.
Okay.
About 2 giant hairy brother monsters.
Brown and green.
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck it. What was the name of that fucking movie?
War of the Gargantuans.
War of the Gargantuans. Yes. I brought that up 2 weeks ago too. That was the second topic. He remembers Gorgo. I knew somebody would fucking remember Gorgo. I am not remembering like. He's making that shit up. No, I'm not.
Man, Gorgo was awesome, bro.
It was. He was badass, man.
Gorgo was awesome, man.
They
catch the baby first. They catch the baby first, remember?
I wish somebody would make a remake of Gorgo, man. Now, that would be a fucking great movie.
Let me tell you what.
Prophecy would be a great remake.
Which one? With the bear?
With
mutated bears?
The mutated pig.
The giant bears. That's a great movie. I love that.
That was a great movie. The sleeping bag.
I saw that in the drive-in with my parents.
So did I. Holy shit.
Yep. Prophecy's a good fucking movie, man.
And now I have returned.
Back with your wine? Are you back with your wine? I have my vodka poured.
Because I was tired of going to get it.
This is probably going to be the best show ever for us.
The best or the worst, we don't know.
This is pinnacle. We still
have viewers after this, but whatever.
Stevie, there are 5 people still watching here.
Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
The vino's popping out. I love you.
I'm knocking my mic over. I love everybody.
Come on, let's go. Get that wine in your hand. Let's do a shot and sip of wine. Come on.
All right, doing it? Here we go.
You ready?
Salud.
Salud.
Cheers.
Salud.
So my next segment, something that I was looking forward to this evening, serial killers.
Oh, yeah.
So I am not a fan of fucking serial murderers, but I'm a fan of the genre. And it's just something that we kind of touched base on a little bit in episode 10 last week. And I kind of wanted to jump back into it this evening. And, Joe and I kind of had a little bit of a list going on. I have an anecdote I want to share with everyone about,
awesome.
Back to the old, friend of a friend, FOAF, how urban legends spread. But I do have a legit story about BTK that I want to share with everyone. And so, Bobby, since you're our guest, tell us what's your favorite either documentary or film about serial killers, and who is your favorite serial killer?
Oh, you're killing me.
Stevie's a serial killer now.
Me?
I am very
Yeah, because you're killing them. Killing them.
I'm very big on serial killers, true crime serial killers. My favorites are I love Ed Gein,
Yeah,
Albert Fish,
they're sick. We love them. I love that serial killer. He's my buddy. I love him.
Richard
Okay.
Ramirez. I mean, if you want to go more obscure, there was the Eight Immortals murders in Hong Kong, where
Yeah, go obscure.
Wang's.
Take us there because a lot of people might not know about that. So
All
explain
right,
it.
well, the
I
Eight
would like to know more.
Immortals, the Eight Immortals restaurant murders in Hong Kong, uh, perpetrated by Huang Zhang. He had a debt with the people who owned the restaurant were very heavy gamblers, and they owed him a lot of money. So what wound up happening was he kept asking for his money, asking for his money. They never gave him his fucking money. One day he just fucking went ballistic, went in there, broke a fucking bottle of rice wine or whatever it was, and proceeded to hold the youngest son at bay with the broken bottle against his throat, and made the rest of the family tie each other up.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Once he tied, this
He
is
was a sick individual.
nine people. Once he tied this 9 family members up, he then murdered them, systematically murdered them. The 10th family member was, I think, a sister-in-law. He lured her back into the restaurant, killed her too, cut the family members into pieces, put them into garbage bags, and disposed of them. But an urban legend developed that he was taking the meat and creating pork buns, which are like a dumpling kind of delicacy.
What the fuck?
And he was now this is the thing.
Serving them.
You don't know if he really did this or if it was an urban legend. Some
yeah,
people
if the myth has evolved over time or whatever.
Right. But they did find
that was my
body
wife.
pieces on the beach in China, and that's how he got caught. But before he got caught, he ran the business. He literally took the restaurant over and was actually became the proprietor of that business until they did connect him to those murders. But he killed a whole family of 10.
Golly.
And possibly
More.
cooked some of them into I almost said man buns, pork buns.
Man bun. But yeah, we gotta take against man buns. It's just a phobia, a hatred, a deep-seated hatred of the man bun.
There's actually a movie about this.
Not man buns.
The movie is fictionalized to a certain extent.
Right. Rooted in real events, but
I
whatever.
own it. It's called The Untold Story. Check it out.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Russell would like to know, Bobby, what about Chenko in Russia?
What about who?
Chenko in Russia?
The werewolf of Russia.
That's Russell.
Yeah, he basically would kill young boys and girls in the woods and rip and tear their flesh.
Yeah. Very sick individual.
He was fucked up. Yes.
Very sick individual.
Okay, now hold on, because I feel like, is he the one that would castrate the boys?
He would mutilate their bodies, sexual organs. Yes, he
was a very twisted individual.
I feel like there was a film in the 90s based on either someone in Russia or Poland.
There is a movie.
That's him.
There is a movie.
And he would castrate them, and he would leave them by railroad tracks. Am I remembering that?
That's
okay.
Him.
Okay.
Yes, that's him.
Yeah,
that's the movie.
Sick motherfucker. Yeah.
How about we go? Let's see. Who was that just asked me that question?
Russell. Russell is also throwing a box of butter pecan to me from the side of a mountain in North Carolina. What's up? Thank you, Russell.
What's
Russell?
up?
Russell must know about the cannibal of Rotenburg.
Nothing for me, huh? Nobody? Nothing?
Oh, anybody gonna give Joey a gift?
That's okay. That's all right. I'm still here.
Ask him, does he know about the cannibal of Rotenburg?
Russell, if you're listening, which I'm assuming that you are, do you know about the cannibal of Rotenburg? I don't know why I'm repeating you. Like, if he's watching, he can hear you. Like,
watching, he hears me.
Because you're in charge
I'm not gonna tell him his name because I don't want him Googling him or anything like that. So.
Oh my God, am I that fucking stupid that I'm like
cannibal
sitting here like repeating you like a fucking asshole? Russell said SMF, which I'm not sure what that is. Evil?
Sick motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Sick motherfucker. There you go. Yeah,
Armin,
evil.
his name was Armin Maives. And Armin Maives used to fantasize about eating human flesh since he was a young boy. He had a lot of mommy issues.
Much like
Armin Maives used to make human body parts and human bodies out of marzipan. Marzipan is a soft candy.
Yeah.
And he would literally consume the marzipan. What wound up happening was he joined a bunch of cannibal chat rooms and met someone who was willingly offering themselves up as a slaughter boy, who he did meet and kill and eat.
Yep.
He got busted. He literally hacked off but let's get sick. Can we get sick? Let's get sick.
No, do it. It's a horror and metal podcast.
Right, that's what this is about.
The guy.
It's okay to get explicit and disgusting. Do it.
The guy who he murdered wanted to eat his own penis before he died. Okay, so Armin Maives literally hacked off this guy's schlong and fried it in white wine and garlic and fed it to the guy. But Armin fucked up, and Armin fried it too much and burned it, and the guy couldn't eat it because it was too tough.
Wait, there was a movie recently that...
There was a movie about it, too, called Cannibal. It's really
no. Like recently, it drew inspiration from that because I believe it was PJ from HMS that reviewed it, and I distinctly remember editing something about a dick being well done.
A flambéed penis is a very bad thing, people. Look.
I don't care how you take your steak, but a steak should never be well done.
Never be cooked.
I assume a dick is the same way when cooked.
It should be cooked in a nice wine and Chianti sauce.
Yeah.
With some fava
beans.
Okay, there you go. Fava beans.
Listen, he's lucky he didn't have me as a victim. Because if he had me as a victim, he'd have an hors d'oeuvre.
You'd have a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he'd have an hors d'oeuvre. He wouldn't have a fucking meal. All right.
I'm gonna just with this. You can't. Oh look! There it goes.
There you go. Okay,
we're off to the races.
So, hold on a second. I am going to ask a question.
No.
Oh, no. I have my wine here now. I don't need to leave the room anymore. My next question is, what is your favorite, I guess...
color? What's your favorite color?
Yeah, what's your favorite color, Willy Wonka?
Pink.
Just kidding. What is your favorite actor portrayal of a serial killer? Because there's been many. You've got what's his face? Jeremy Renner did Dahmer.
My God!
He was
oh my God!
Amazing.
Can I tell you a story about that? Can I tell you a story about that?
Yes, come on, tell me. I'm all ears.
Now this is no fucking bullshit. I'll get my mother on the show to fucking prove it.
Where's your mother?
So anyway, my mom lives in Perth Amboy.
Oh no, I thought you meant she was on the behind you or something. I'm like, bring her out.
No, I don't live with my mommy. I don't live with my mommy in the basement. Are you stereotyping me?
I live with my mother. I want to stay here with mommy.
I play video games in my basement of mommy's house.
And I eat peanut butter with jelly.
Hey, I'm a disgruntled Star Wars fan that lives in my mommy's basement.
Are you fucking neckbeard? Answer the question.
All right. Listen, no, seriously.
Gotta watch that.
I have to tell the story. Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up, motherfucker!
I have to tell this story because it's so fucking true. back when Blockbuster Video used to be in existence years ago, I fucking saw the movie Dahmer on the shelf. I said it was one of those you buy two get one free. So I grabbed it. I'm like, whatever. I watch it and I'm like, oh my god, this fucking guy playing Jeffrey Dahmer is fucking.
He was fucking
amazing.
Spot on. He's
amazing. He's creepy. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. I told my mother. I said, Ma, because my mother's into all the weird shit too. I'm like, Ma, you gotta check out Dahmer. You gotta check out Dahmer. It's a fucking great movie. This kid who's playing Dahmer's off the fucking charts. I'm like, gotta check him out. I said, Ma, mark my words, this guy's gonna be fucking big someday, right? Sure enough.
And he's not a Marvel baby, so.
Sure enough. No, before that, he did The Hurt Locker. Remember?
Oh yeah, and the Jason Bourne reprise.
The Hurt Locker blew him up. The Hurt Locker blew him up, and then he went from Hurt Locker to Hawkeye and all of that shit. But they did Jason Bourne and all that. But the guy's a kick-ass actor, man.
Oh, I like him. Yeah,
he deserves everything he's got, man. But I gotta say, my favorite portrayal. Are we gonna go real life or are we gonna go
fantasy
fictional? Because
Hannibal,
Anthony Hopkins.
Well, Hannibal Lecter is absolutely
Anthony
by far.
Hopkins is by far.
He's one of my favorite actors too. He's just
that's my nigga, yo. That's my nigga, yo.
He's so, and okay, not horror, and
creepy.
It's not metal, but Westworld. Okay, gonna give a shout out to my boy Anthony Hopkins because
I haven't seen the new Westworld yet.
All I have to say is
I have the original. I have the original.
Okay, Anthony Hopkins as Ford in Westworld is one of the greatest things I could say I've experienced.
I gotta see it.
Through television. Anthony Hopkins is fantastic. He was amazing as Hannibal. I will say this though, Mads Mikkelsen did it.
Oh, he's fucking awesome in the Hannibal series. Oh,
yes,
that's true. That is very true.
Mads Mikkelsen
he was great.
Is the ultimate.
Hell yeah, he was great.
Ultimate. And actually, okay, I'm going to shamelessly plug myself. Or that sounds fucking horrible. Whoa, let me back up here.
You go, girl. You go, girl. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to shamelessly plug a book. Stop.
There it is.
So,
there it is.
I can't stop. My face hurts from laughing.
Joe,
stop.
Joe,
oh my God.
Joe.
So, boy, stop bro jobbing each other.
Bro jobs.
So, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and wait.
Go ahead, sweetie. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so. In the book /Survivor that I co-wrote with Steven Kosniewski, who's my boy. What's up, Steve? So the character Charming Charlie is based off of Hannibal Lecter loosely, and anytime that I was writing him, he was always like this
Ted Bundy character,
attractive, manipulative sociopath.
Ted Bundy.
You know what I mean? And I feel like Charming Charlie from the book is very much based off Mad Mikkelsen's portrayal of Hannibal Lecter because he was
awesome.
He was cultured. He was refined. He was wealthy. There was many things about him.
Thick movie. This is crazy.
And as amazing as Anthony Hopkins is and was, I feel like Mads,
the TV shows probably.
Mads really hit the nail on the head as far as reimagining it for modern times.
Yes, Mads played a younger Hannibal.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But Mads also had a little more time to develop the character based on what Anthony Hopkins did.
Right.
Anthony
Hopkins created. I mean, you'll never take that from him. He was absolutely the curator of.
That's what I'm saying. Anthony Hopkins gets love from me for being the OG motherfucker.
Oh yeah, dude. He is Hannibal.
That That nigga be the OG Hannibal, yo.
It's only a matter of time before the shit started.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That nigga the OG.
Moving on.
Oh.
Our next fucking question. Have you ever watched the show Mindhunter? Netflix.
No.
Okay.
That's the one about. Oh wait. Let me wait. Is that the one with the detectives going after the Manson family, Charlie Manson?
Subscribe.
No.
Hello, Flavio. Thank you.
No.
All right, I thought that it was that. Okay. What is Mindhunter?
Oh, I actually had who was it here? Hold on, somebody in the chat. Russell said, "What about Spooky Urban Legends?" And I told Russell that Urban Legends was last week, and he said
last week. That was the last week's episode.
He said, "My bad." So thank you, though. Please, Russell.
See, this is not the first show, people.
Hey,
yeah, this is episode 11.
10 more behind this one.
It could have been worse. It could have been worse. He could have asked us about. He could have asked us about creepy pasta. That would have been worse.
We also talked about creepy. No, we did. We talked about that last week also. We talked about that last week.
We have been here. We have been here in the trenches for the last 11
All right. I didn't know. I didn't know, prick.
Well, you did. I didn't know. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't
Russell's
know.
apologizing. It's all good. You're good. You're good. You're
It's
good.
all good, Russell.
Don't apologize.
Yeah, Russell, you're cool, bro.
My daughter turned me on to creepy pasta.
You're absolutely God in my eyes, Russ. You're hanging out here for I don't know how long with 3 meetings. You're doing all right. Thank you.
Okay, so back to Mindhunter. Mindhunter is loosely based on a book of the same name about the FBI's first foray into serial killers.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And basically, it's an exaggerated retelling.
Quantico.
But it's about basically how they developed profiling.
Quantico, right.
So I don't know that that's the same thing.
Quantico became the big facility that hired people who did profiling.
I guess so. I guess it paved the way for it. I'm not going to say I know anything about the FBI because somebody, I guarantee you, will be like, "You dumb bitch, you don't know shit." But
yeah, it's all good. Wahid knows about it though.
So anyway, long story short, it's a fucking good show.
Check it out. What's it on?
It's on Netflix.
I got that, yo. I got that
shit too,
Fun fact about Mindhunter: David Fincher is the director.
David Fincher?
Yes.
Fight Club, Alien 3, David Fincher?
Yes, dude.
I love
fucking
him.
wanker. He's a
Love
fucking
the guy.
wanker.
Fucking
Love the guy.
Seven.
No, he's not a
Love
fucking
him.
wanker.
7. Oh, the best.
He's amazing.
Hey, who did the Zodiac Zodiac Killer? Who did that movie? Zodiac.
David Fincher.
That was it. That was good, man.
I was just thinking about that before when we were talking about serial killers.
That's what I thought, man.
The Zodiac Killer was great. That was a great flick.
So
amazing movie.
David Fincher does an excellent job when it comes to dark dramas, in my opinion. So especially when you have films like Fight Club and Zodiac and 7, and you go into a serial series like a serial killer, he has done nothing but exceed expectations. And I think David Fincher has really delivered something unique to the horror community because serial killers are that's a lot of bread and butter to a lot of fiction and horror. And so he has taken something real and he has combined it with fiction and created new characters and new stories and things like that, while also I mean, dude, it's almost like an alternate reality. Because you have people like Ed Kemper, who is the co-ed killer, who is a really sick son of a bitch. That honestly, and I call myself a horror buff, but at the same time, until I watched Mindhunter, I wasn't familiar with Ed Kemper. which I don't think a lot of people were. So maybe I should shame myself.
I'm not familiar with him. I'm not familiar with him. No.
Ed Kemper was he's about 70 right now. He's still alive.
Right, he's almost dead.
He is a really sick individual. He killed his grandparents. He killed his mother. He fucked his mother's corpse. Like,
whoa,
yeah, he was hardcore, dude. He was.
If I remember correctly, he chopped his mother's head off, and then autofilated. Yeah,
that's like that movie High Tension. Remember the
beginning?
Yeah.
Oh, the French. Yes,
that's a good fucking movie.
New French extremism is my jam, dude. We should have a total podcast
dude. French
episode about
French fucking horror is off the hook. Frontiers. Yes. Oh my god.
That Frontiers. Was like Frontiers is a beautiful rendition of the Texas Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw in France.
Yes. Yep. And it's actually really tasteful. And Xavier Gans is a fabulous director. I adore him. I adore him.
All right, I got one word for you.
Go for it.
Irreversible.
Wow.
Irreversible.
You have to watch it. You have to watch it.
Wait. Who's in it? Is it French?
Yes.
And who is it?
Irreversible. Check it the fuck out, man. It's disturbing, but it's very realistic. I mean,
but who's in it?
The guy from fucking Brotherhood of the Wolf. Oh my god.
Le Pacte de Loup. I've seen that film.
I like that film. That's one of my favorite movies.
4 minutes.
Yes, by the way. It's a good film. 4 minutes.
Oh my god.
That's 2 hours.
Oh yes. Oh my god. So guys, we kind of need to end this. I'm so sorry.
Oh man, I can
keep going.
Bobby, we'll bring you back. You come back on the show. I bother you all the time, right?
Anybody in the horror or metal community that would like to be a part of the show, please let us know. Join in on the fun. So let's really quickly. I'm gonna put in the chat. We're gonna shamelessly promote. Okay, so Bobby, what are some websites, your Instagram, anything that you want people to follow you on? Tell us.
I'm not on Instagram.
Twitter?
I can't do any more. No, Twitter, never. I will never be on Twitter. Twitter is nothing but drama.
He's on Metal Messiah Radio.
I'm on Facebook, Bobby Leatherlungs Lucas on Facebook, and I am on Metal Bully and the Roach on metalmessiahradio.com every Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m.
That's where J-E-T, that's
also
Gene and Robin, right? And Gene and Robin come from Metal Messiah Radio, and it's just an amazingly cool radio station.
Can I be a guest on someone's radio show sometime? Like, I would really like it.
I'll start one. Fuck it.
I want to be a fucking guest on somebody's. You
can come on our show. Absolutely.
Like, look, I'm not. Like, I'm literally not just a nobody. Like,
you're not what? What did she say?
I said, look, I'm like literally not just a nobody.
Listen,
okay?
Don't say that. I heard you're an author and everything. Come on.
I enjoy. I think like in my order of like 5 favorite things to do, the second favorite thing for me to do is talk shit.
Right. I love talking shit. That's a good quality.
It is. I'm a shit talker. I enjoy talking shit. So anybody that wants to have me as a guest on anything, please.
Stevie is absolutely a brilliant writer too.
Stevie, you're welcome on the Metal Bully and the Roach Show. Absolutely.
Thank you. Awesome. I can talk a lot of shit about horror. I can look.
I can go all night, sweetie.
As far as metal,
all night with horror.
1 minute, 1 minute, and counting.
A lot of metal is more my thing. But anyway, okay. So I'm going to tell everybody follow me on Twitter, Apaco Taco, or on Instagram, the Apaco Taco, and of course, always check out Horror Metal Sounds, your one-stop shop for everything horror and metal. Subscribe to Joe's YouTube channel to stay up to date with Horror Metal Cast. And
that's right.
Joe, finally. Go ahead. Put it out there. What do you want to say?
All right. Come on up to Eat Lead. Ladies and gentlemen, the words Eat Lead. And that is the page that you go to see one of the bands that I'm in. The other one is Helmer. 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 All right. Go there. You can find me here where you're looking at this video feed right now. You're on my page. Don't trespass. And Joe Moore. at Facebook. And then, of course, you got the Instagram, which is Joey Moores, Moores 67. Joey Moores 67, because more is less. And
More
this
is
has
less.
been
Less is more.
this has been one of the absolute funnest shows that we've done.
Oh, it was such a good time.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in live.
Thank you.
for
Thank
everyone's
you.
going to watch afterward. And thank you, Bobby, for being a part of the show. It's
Bobby,
so much
thank you so
fun.
much.
Anytime.
So,
We got to do part 2. We got to do a
I
part 2.
love
Yes, we could
I love
do
you to
a
death,
fucking
though.
talk shit show on Twitch because that's where people
Yes.
really make money, is from what I hear.
I love you to death, Bobby. It's always a pleasure to
I
talk
love
to
you
you.
too, man. I appreciate it, man.
Oh, come on, man.
Appreciate it.
We go back and forth. You know, they have me on the show all the time with them, and it's a lot of
Well,
fun.
yeah,
so.
you better come tomorrow, prick, with my bottle of dark prick.
You got it. You'll see me tomorrow night, Roberto. All right,
Tongue
guys.
punch the dark star.
Guys, thank you so much.
Stevie, thank you so much. Good meeting a cousin that I never met.
I know, right? Like, how fucking weird is this? Like, I found a
See, how
long
cool
lost
is
cousin
that?
tonight on like
Right.
on YouTube. That's weird.
Right.
I know.
Right.
All right, guys, we are ending the live broadcast. Thank you so
Metal
much.
and horror.
This is the longest and greatest podcast we've ever had so far. Thank you so much, guys. Love you very much. Metal, love,
Metal and horror,
and
bitch.
peace.
Yeah. Good night.
Later.